today, Trump's attorney, I should say, Rudy Giuliani, seemed to make a shift from no collusion with Russia to collusion isn't a crime. So even if it's not a crime, could the Russia probe still spell legal trouble for the president? Up late with me on the Final Five to discuss this is attorney Adam Sostrin. Adam, thank you so much for being up late with us.
Yeah, it's so late. I should be sleeping right now. It's,
You should,
late.
but you're not, so it's okay.
Yeah.
We're not either. All right, the obvious question here, is collusion a crime?
No. Giuliani, he did it. He spelled it out for America. Collusion, not a crime. Collusion, not a crime. Although if you look up collusion in the dictionary, it's synonymous with conspiracy, which is a crime. Collusion doesn't have to be criminal. It can be criminal. For instance, the people who made Indiana Jones, Legend of the Crystal Skull, there was collusion there. But is there collusion or is there a conspiracy with Trump?
I mean, obviously, something that we've learned so far is that is going to be extremely hard to prove, but obviously it can be proved. But did Rudy Giuliani do the president any favors today by going on this just show-talking spree on cable networks, saying all kinds of things that some of them were nonsensical, others weren't? What is he saying, and what's he doing?
I don't know. I just hope once I get to be his age, I'm that successful and I can go out there and do crazy
we
things.
all do.
We all do. We all do. I think he was trying to get out ahead of the game. We did hear from Michael Cohen about, supposedly Trump had knowledge of the meeting. So I think Giuliani felt that he had to address that. Also, Cohen apparently made a statement that there was a meeting before the meeting, and then Giuliani wanted to say, no, that didn't happen either. So he was trying to get out ahead of it. He was trying to be some kind of damage control. And by the way, if there was just a meeting, Giuliani says, well, the only crime that could have taken place was hacking. And hacking is a crime, but did they conspire to do hacking? And there's not going to be evidence of that. And so that's why that's why Giuliani did what he did today.
I mean, he does have a point. It's going to be tough, but not impossible. Now, criminally, what would it mean if then Mr. Trump did know about or have knowledge of these alleged Trumptower meetings?
Well, it is a crime to deal with a foreign national who's giving you a donation or a contribution for a campaign. But people have been talking about this for a while now, but it has to be a knowing and intelligent violation of the statute. Did Don Trump Jr. know that they were in violation of the statute? How are you ever going to show that? And also, if there's some sort of crime with respect to, hacking the U.S. electoral system, was any of that part of the conversations of the meeting? Did Trump have knowledge of that beforehand? I don't believe Michael Cohen was involved. It was at any of those meetings. So I don't think there's going to be much that's going to be had here, is my guess.
So how much hot water, hypothetically, would Don Jr. be if he knew that he told his father that there was this meeting? Because he did testify that his father had no knowledge of these meetings. I mean, that would be perjury, would it not?
It would be. Don Trump Jr. is doing all kinds of things with different people. I don't understand it, but really it comes down to whether or not there's a knowing. They have to be able to show, in addition, that there would be a knowing violation of the law. And I don't think that's going to happen. And I also don't think that there was an order given to say, okay, please go ahead and do some hacking for us because it'll help us to have some bad information about Hillary that can help us win the election. I don't see that.
Is this Michael Cohen stuff, is this really the smoking gun, or do you think it's just some more smoke and mirrors in all of this?
I don't know. I feel like Michael Cohen is covered in smoke, and it's all opaque and weird, and that's what makes the news cycle so interesting these days.
Yeah, it does. It keeps us in the news business. One last question. Should we see some sort of report from the special counsel at this point? It's been over 12 months. People are wondering what's happening. He has obviously indicted some of these figures that are prominent in the Trump circle, but none of them to do with the Russia probe. Should we see something at this point to really prove, all right, what do you have?
Right. It's a little disappointing to me, right? The reason that you get the special counsel is you believe that a crime's been committed, and then they're going to bring evidence of the crime. It almost seems like, in a way, it's an investigation. I don't want to say it. I'm not trying to be partisan. I'm being objective about this, in search of a crime, because it's been so long. The people with respect to, the people that are being indicted with respect to what's happening with Manafort, how does that get back to Trump? How does that get back to Trump through Cohen? What do they have? Do they have enough? It has been a lot of time. I agree with you. What is it? Where's the beef? I don't know. I don't know where it is.
Seems like they have found alleged crimes, but obviously, like you said, none to do with the quote-unquote Russia collusion. All right, Adam Sosstrom, thanks so much for staying up with us. We appreciate it.
Thanks. I mean, I'm going to bed right now. Okay.
All right. Have a good night. Final Five back after the break.